What's going on, guys? I am super excited. We're gonna be setting up all the lines and hoses on this Gasland water heater. This is an outdoor portable propane heater or water heater. It's awesome. It just runs on 2D batteries for the igniter and the display for the heat or the temperature. And other than that, all you need is a propane tank. Just this, a propane tank, and a water source. Up to 110 psi, and you got yourself a hot shower anywhere you can find a water source. That is a pressurized water source, and of course you want to have pretty filtered water. You don't want to be running like straight lake water unfiltered through this. I wouldn't suggest it. You don't want to be running dirt and crap through here. So let's get setting this thing up. I'm gonna move the camera angle so you guys can follow along. And then we're gonna go outside and we're gonna install this on our off-grid cabin that we are building. Our cabin on the 20-foot trailer. And yeah, let's get to it. So we already have this gas line installed. They do have a red marker drawn across it so that you know it hasn't been tampered. Do not take this line off. It can cause a gas leak. If you're taking these on and off all the time, every time you go out, eventually it's gonna wear that seal down, and you don't wanna wear down your gas seal. So just leave that, guys, leave that connected on there. It says to, and I suggest to follow that suggestion. Yeah, let's get to it. So here's our awesome shower head. Really nice stainless steel there, some 302 stainless. And we got 3 different shower settings. We'll go over that when we do the install. And then you got your flow control here as well. It can push right back, and I believe that shuts the water right off. So we'll find out when we get outside, guys, and do the install. And then we got this hose with the quick disconnect. So I'm assuming you're just gonna put that on your outflow, right? So it's nice and easy. You just hook up your tank, hook your hose up, hang it, and away you go. But let's get to it. So we're gonna put this on the water outlet. It's already got the rubber seal in there. Always double check that didn't slip out of there during shipping. So we're just gonna get this on finger snug. It is brass to plastic, so you don't need to go more than finger snug, guys. You'll end up stripping your plastic threads. So only go snug, finger tight. Don't take tools to this, please. You don't want to take pliers to a plastic thread. So once you get that on, so this, it actually is an adapter. This red piece, that'll, if you look up close there, that red piece brings you up to a garden hose size. So you are able to have a garden hose and run your hot water. Say you want to run your hot water quite a ways away from this machine, you could put this on and run a garden hose to wherever you want that hot water to be. Even if you want to fill up your kiddie pool and, you know, have some warm water in there for the kids, you can fill it up with this. There's just so many applications. And we're probably gonna do a video of just that in the summer, because I think it's a great application to turn a tiny bit of propane, which is dirt cheap, into a nice warm kiddie pool for your kids. Even if you're just filling it up for the day for them, who cares? It's gonna cost you maybe like 50 cents in propane to give them a nice warm pool to play in for the day. So you got your regular fitting, guys, your brass fitting, that can be plumbed into actual plumbing if you're using this on like an off-grid cabin setup and you wanna have it hard plumbed. It's got that fitting to change it to a garden hose, and then you got your quick connect that goes on that hooks you up to your on-demand shower, where you can just use this thing anywhere that you have a water source. So this thing is super versatile, guys. There's so many applications I'm already thinking of for it, and I know all of you guys that follow on here are gonna definitely love it. So we got a little cap on the end of the shower thing here. And they did give us some Teflon tape I do need to find that. I have misplaced it. But I don't even know. This one has a rubber seal actually, guys, and it's plastic, so we don't need the Teflon tape. And then these are other fittings if you want to tap into like some hard plumbing and stuff like that. They give you mounting hardware as well on here. It's got the kind that you drill a hole into concrete, like concrete anchors. So you can even mount this thing on a brick wall or a concrete shop wall or anything like that, guys. So again, very versatile, right down to where you can mount the thing. As well as that, while we're talking about that, this has a flip up handle. So if you just at a campsite or something, you don't want to semi-permanently mount it, you can just pull this out, hang this off of something, hook your tank up, hook your water source up, and within a couple minutes, you got a hot shower ready in the middle of almost nowhere. So we're gonna go ahead and put this shower head on here. And I believe after this, we're ready to go hang this on our off-grid solar cabin. And yeah, we'll show you guys how great this thing works. So you know what, guys? I think I may have been wrong. I'm gonna correct myself. I don't believe you need Teflon tape for this. I think I may have been mistaken. I thought I seen some, but maybe I didn't. Because so far from what I've seen, it's everything's got rubber O-rings, and the plastic fittings don't need it. And the brass to plastic also has rubber O-rings. So I believe this is you don't need any Teflon tape, which is a very smart design on their end, because this is a portable unit. You're gonna be taking things off and on, and nobody wants to be rewrapping stuff with Teflon tape every time on a portable item. So I'm gonna do a correction on that. This is a Teflon tape free setup. So let's get outside and try this bad boy out, guys. I'm excited. All right, guys, here's one more quick shot of the hardware just so you see what you get. So, like I said, very adaptable. And really quickly, so I do have, there's two fans in there. One's an intake, one's an exhaust, depending on how you want to run it. But because that's an intake for an air source, I was wanting to mount it on this side, but we're gonna mount it in the front over here because you do have a small amount of exhaust fumes. Propane's fairly safe. That's why forklifts run on them indoors, but you still want to be mindful of it. So try and choose a place that's not near any air source intakes. All right, we're gonna get it ready to mount here, and then near the front of the trailer, we'll be able to come have our showers right over in this area. Let me show you, there's 3 mounting holes at the top that you slide it down on with the screws partly out. And then you got 2 at the bottom here that you come through the front right there to mount it. So basically the top 3 are gonna look like this, and you're gonna wanna leave a small gap on them like that so that they slide on. And I'll show you what I mean by that. All right, guys, so we are ready to mount it. We got these 3 holes. If you look over the top, you can very easily visually line it up. And then we just slide her down just like that. That's it. And then all we gotta do is come down here, and we got 1 hole right there. And then hiding behind this label, we got 1 more hole there. So we're just gonna put those 2 screws in. Guys, this one's pretty straightforward, so I just went ahead and did it off camera. Just 2 simple screws. That's gonna mount your shower head. All right, guys, we already went ahead and put the quick connect on there, so the shower head's gonna literally be as simple as just popping that on. That is ready to go. Got that thing hung up there. Now let's hook the water line up to it. All right, guys, I figured out what this other part is for. So for your water inlet, this is gonna get you to a hose fitting, because I didn't even look earlier, but this is actually a male connection over here, and it is the exact same as this male connection. So yeah, we need to go ahead and install this on there. So we're gonna get that done real quick. I can just cut it in so you guys can see that actually. So we're gonna want to make sure there is a washer in there, or a seal, sorry. That one's too big. I think it's gonna be this one right here. That's the one. All right. Gonna go ahead and thread that on there. Again, this has a fitting, so you shouldn't need Teflon tape, but you may want to Teflon tape this part because this one will be permanently left on, so you won't have to deal with using that. All right, now that we got that on, we're gonna go ahead and put the hose on. I always find it helps me if you go backwards twists on the hose first, so that you're left with a lot of extra root. You get one of these, and then you twist it out when you put it on, rather than just going straight to it and putting it on and then creating one of those. So give it a few back twists, guys. This is honestly just my personal preference. So I'm hoping that that doesn't get in the way. We may need to grab a different hose. All right, guys, I went ahead and hooked that up. Now we're gonna you need 2 D batteries. There's a little thing you twist on here to open this. And gotta go up that way. And this has clips to hold them up there, because obviously they're gonna wanna slide out on you. Just gotta pull that clip out. It's trying to grab the battery a little bit. There's just a little groove on the battery it was grabbing, so depending on the battery you could have, you might not have that issue. So that's all this unit needs for power, guys, is just those 2 batteries. Pretty awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and set the propane tank up now. Propane is on. So I'll quickly go over how to operate this, guys. This is gonna be your inlet temperature. So if it's winter or you got really cold water coming in the machine, put it to the ice and it runs more burners. If you got some normal, not ice cold water coming in, put it on the warmer inlet setting. It's gonna cut some of those burners off and save you some propane. This is gonna be your cold water flow. You always wanna start with this max and your burners on low. So that'll give you the most inflow of cold water and the lowest heat for the gas. You wanna start on that so you don't burn yourself. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we got normal water coming in, so we're gonna stay on the normal water in, and then now we're set. We're already set, we already set the high flow. So this is nice. If you push this back, it totally shuts it off, and then you got a flow control once you push it forward. So you're gonna hear the igniter come on as soon as we get the flow going. So there goes our igniter. Oh, there we go. I had that on not all the way, guys. That's pretty sweet, eh? All right, so we're gonna turn it on. You can see the temperature there, guys. So we're gonna just slowly start turning up our heat. I'd like to get it to about 104, which is about it's about your hot tub temperature. So we'll go all the way up on that. You can see the flame through the viewing window. And then we'll start turning the flow down. So we're at 68. I'm just gonna try going to cold water inlet. All right, so we're at 70. It's actually climbing quite a bit now. This is already really warm to the touch. So we're all the way up on the flame. Yeah, we're heating up real good now. Gonna go a little lower on the water pressure. Now we're at 90. So really easy to adjust it. Yeah, that's super nice and warm, guys. And that's how easy it is. We're at 100. And then you can turn your flame down. So if you want to run low water, once you get it set, you can turn your flame down to get your temperature down with the lower rate. As you can see, everything's heating up in there, so it's taking less effort. We'll go back to the hot or the normal water intake. And yeah, guys, it's super adjustable. So that's it. That's how you run it. And then you just shut it down like that. Automatically kills it. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll have some more videos on this product coming soon.